Right, it's press day here at round 2 of the Australian Supercross Championship. Just in the pits, and behind me, as you can see, all the factory teams are setting up. So yeah, hopefully we get to go see the track and interview some of the riders and see what's going on.
Track.
Yep. You can see the half-built track behind you.
Just look that side. Yeah.
Small gate at Adelaide meant you just missed out on the main.
Yeah.
What is your sort of mindset and your feelings coming into round 2 here?
I'm stoked. Adelaide was obviously like it was the small gate, so we just missed out in the main, but technically was 12th overall. So pretty good. Like, you know, that's kind of, you know, if you look at the field, it's kind of like where I sort of should be, you know, pushing for that top 10. But the big track here is going to be fun. Full gate, obviously, and I'm excited. It's cool to come to this stadium again. Last year was massive here. The crowd was awesome. So I'm really excited, and we've had a few good weeks from Adelaide and made some bike changes and sort of got a little bit more comfort out of it. And it's only helping me. So I'm keen as.
Living the privateer life, is it challenging to find a track like this, a full-scale Supercross track, to practice on in between the rounds?
Yeah, it is, but I've honestly been super blessed, super lucky back home. A good mate of mine, Mitch Norris, has built a track for us back home that's like pretty to spec. So yeah, usually it is really hard, but we've been pretty lucky this season. Also got Brett Metcalf's track as well. Obviously everyone knows Brett, and it's been good to have a few different tracks to ride. So little old SA, mate, we actually got pretty lucky this year and got a few tracks to ride. Also too, the Smart family, Declan Smart, and his family, they built a track as well. So 3 tracks to ride in SA is like, it's rare. You know, my whole life growing up, I've never had barely any tracks, Supercross tracks to ride, and now I've got 3. So it's been good this year. I'm pretty stoked with it.
It sounds like you've been putting in the time, so we can expect a top 10 tomorrow night.
Yeah, that's the plan. We're going to get this 82 into the top 10.
Cheers. Thanks for your time.
Nathan Crawford, a little bit closer to home for you. What are your thoughts after round 1, and what are your expectations for tomorrow night?
Yeah, my thoughts on round 1, I mean, it was obviously tough for me personally. Yeah, obviously the track was super tight. Gate position was super important for that race, and yeah, unfortunately for the heat races, they were only taking the top 2, and I got 3rd in my heat race, so I obviously had to go through the LCQ, but all in all, I could sit here and say heaps about it, but at the end of the day, I just didn't really put myself in a good enough position there. And but you know, like, I think it was obviously, I don't think it was a very good showing of like how good I feel like I've been riding Supercross this season. So I'm really looking forward to obviously being here in McDonald Jones Stadium and having a full-size Supercross track. I'm feeling really good about the weekend. The track obviously looks really good. We had a bit of rain last night. It looks like they've got some new dirt for this year. So yeah, it should be really good.
Good luck tomorrow night, and I look forward to seeing you. Yes. Justin Brayton, second on the box at round 1, but you weren't stoked with the track layout, I think it's safe to say. What's your mindset coming into round 2 here at McDonald Jones Stadium?
Yeah, it's a great stadium here. Nice big track. And yeah, it'll be able to showcase what we've worked so hard for and test for, you know, days and months to get the bike all good. So yeah, going to be fun. 3 10-lap finals should be interesting, and yeah, I think the championship's kind of won or lost tomorrow night. So excited for tomorrow and come out firing.
Yeah, you've done a lot over your career. What does the Australian Championship mean to you, and how does it sort of rank in terms of your career achievements?
Well, I think it's really high up, not only on career achievements, but just life in general. You know, I try to not have identity as just a racer, and we've got to experience Australia as a family, and that's meant a lot to me over the past 5 years. To win 5 in a row, really cool, and I think it's really the second half of my career is arguably better than the first half. Into my 30s of extended, it kind of changed the game a little bit on what's possible, and not just being stuck in the rut of doing Supercross and motocross 12 months out of the year. You can kind of step outside the box and create who you want to be and what you want to do in life, and I think that's been really cool to kind of spearhead that and have the success I've had. And like I said, not only as a racer, but as a family and as a dad, it's been really, really special.
Thanks for your time, and if you claim a 6th one, I think we're going to have to definitely claim you as one of our own.
I hope so. Let's make it happen.
Cheers. Thanks, Justin.
Thank you.
Dean Wilson, you're on a bit of a roll. Win at round 1 and then another podium at the World Supercross in Abu Dhabi. What's that done for your confidence?
Yeah, I'm feeling really good right now. Just kind of feel like I'm in a good headspace, been working hard, and yeah, just got to keep the momentum rolling. So yeah, really happy to be here. I love racing in Australia. It's good people, you know, good racing, and yeah, just really enjoy it out here.
Yeah, finding yourself back towards the top of the box, does that add any pressure?
No, I think the reason I'm there is just kind of the way I'm approaching things, and you know, I'm just in a good spot. I like where I'm at right now. I feel good on the bike. The bike's, you know, I'm gelling with the bike really good, and just kind of everything's starting to click a little bit. So it's nice. And when I'm enjoying myself and I'm riding well and I'm in a good spot, I'm usually pretty decent. So yeah, I feel like I'm in a really good. Just like a good headspace right now.
Yeah, it's good to hear. Look forward to seeing you tomorrow night.
Thank you.
Noel Ferguson, it's been a month since Adelaide. What have you been working on in the meantime, and what are your thoughts about tomorrow night?
Yeah, just been working on little things on my weaknesses and stuff throughout this off-season. We had a bit of a 5-week break, so just trying to maximise my time on the bike and just really crush down on some sprints and whatnot and what needed to be worked on. But all in all, I'm looking forward to tomorrow night here at an awesome stadium in Newcastle, so I'm really excited. It's a good full-size Supercross track, so I think it's got to show the best of many riders, but I'm pretty keen.
Do you prefer the full-size layouts versus the smaller indoor stadiums?
Yeah, 100%. So the full-size stadium, I think it's greater racing, but it really shows who's been putting in the work and who's better and who's not. So I think it should be a really good weekend.
Thank you. Matt Moss, you've been a busy man. 3rd on the podium at round 1 in Adelaide, and then off to Abu Dhabi on a different bike. How's the transition to the Empire Cowie team been, and have you found much time to actually get some prep in on the bike?
Yeah, well, that's probably the hardest thing is the time that, you know, by the time we land it's Tuesday, and then got to try and fit in riding and then get used to a new bike again. But no, I feel really good when I hop back on the Cowie. I feel really comfortable, and team just, you know, give me everything I need to try and succeed. So no, I feel really good. It's just you know, a little bit under the weather due to the flying and stuff, but I'll come out swinging definitely tomorrow.
No, good luck. It's be good to see an Aussie on the top step of the podium.
Oh, let's hope so.
Cheers.
Cheers, mate. Yeah.
Max Anstie getting used to the top step of the podium. How's your prep been after round 2? How's your prep been after round 1?
Yep.
And Abu Dhabi?
It's been good. We arrived after Abu Dhabi on Sunday, had a couple of days just to try and get over the jet lag that's been continuous, and had a day of riding with Kyle and the team guys. Been feeling good, honestly. Happy to be here. Had a great time last year here. Rained a little bit yesterday, so there's no press day riding today, but overall happy to be here. Looking forward to another good night of racing tomorrow.
Have you camped out in Australia the whole time? Obviously, apart from Abu Dhabi.
Yes. So well, after Adelaide, I flew straight back to the US. Trained in the US. Flew from the US to Abu Dhabi. Raced there. Then have come straight here. So I'm going to now stay here after this weekend in Newcastle. Stay here for the next couple of weeks before Melbourne for the final round of Oz and WSX.
Yeah, and one last question. You're obviously going for your 2nd straight Australian title. Who do you see as your biggest challenger this year?
Oh well, there's honestly a lot of good guys. They've stepped it up. Even my teammate Wilson. I mean, he beat me in Abu Dhabi in the heat race. Like, he's straight up been killing it, riding really well. You've got a few of the Americans, Robbie Wageman, he's been riding great, and also Cole Thompson, the Canadian. You can't count out any of the other Aussies. So, got to execute and do my laps and hit my marks, and that's all I can do. But there's a lot of good competition out here.
Now, well, you've been looking good so far, and good luck tomorrow night.
Thank you. Cheers.
So that's the press day interviews done and dusted here at Newcastle. As you can see behind me, the track is still only half built, and there's a lot of moisture laying around, big puddles, but what they have finished looks unreal. It's definitely a much bigger scale to what we saw in Adelaide, both the jumps and the lengths and the footprint. It's going to be unreal to see these guys go at it on a full scale Supercross track. Yeah, Newcastle put on a show here last year. I think we can expect the same this year. The ticket sales have reportedly been good, so it's going to be an absolutely wicked atmosphere. Speaking of the rider interviews, it was pretty interesting. All the guys are very friendly and jovial with each other, but you can definitely sense the tension. And I think a lot of them are very hungry to get at it tomorrow night and yeah, get some laps on the board. Anyway, that's it from me for press day, and I look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow night. Cheers.